Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do just some quick cleanup, what I call quick cleanup. And the first thing you're going to do, so I've got this image here, and I haven't done any editing on it, and that is one of the big keys when you're cleaning things up or removing distracting elements, whatever that might be. I haven't done any editing at all. Like I haven't adjust exposure. I haven't done anything. I really feel like those things have to be done like prior to all that editing, because you know, it's kind of like you know, creating the base for your canvas, for your palette. So you know, you can't go back and like try to go to the base of your image after you've already done a whole bunch of editing. It really, you know, doing it beforehand kind of like sets it in stone, if that makes sense. Sets the base for which you want to start from. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a copy, a background layer. So I'm dragging my background into the layer to create a background copy of the image. This is called non-destructive editing, and this allows me to edit on top of this, you know, and erasing something if it doesn't work out right. You know, if you just go ahead and you edit on your image and then you don't like it, you can only go back so far of undos before you know, you're stuck with what you have. So this is, again, non-destructive editing, so that you can you know, keep to your base image if you have to go back. So okay, she's a little crusty here, she's got some bits here, and some other bits here. The first thing that I'm going to do is, in this background copy, is use the patch tool. This is over here, and these are all kind of like healing tools, the healing brush. I prefer the patch tool, and I use the patch tool for like under eye bags on women. It basically, you circle the area and then you pull from an area near, and it takes the texture and the color from that area and creates it on. You can still see that there's some of it there, and so I am going to pull this back a touch, and you can see it's taken that, just that slight bit off. The patch tool doesn't always work because skin tones have different colors and lighting on them, you know, all over their face. It can make a big difference. You know, you can still see how dark that actually is, you know, if you can see the difference. So that's something to think about when using the patch tool. I prefer not to use the spot healing brush or the healing brush tool. I really feel like it doesn't work as well. So this is the healing tool, and I'm just going to show you how it's done. So to sample the area that you're going to pull from, you're going to hit your Option key, and then you're going to hit your mouse button, your click, to sample the area. Then it will pull from that area and create a new look. I don't love it because I feel like sometimes it just doesn't. You can pull your size down or up. You can pull the hardness down so it's not so intense. And again, it works like the patch tool. It samples from the area, the texture, and you know, it tries to keep to that texture and look. Whereas when you use the clone tool, it's really just sampling the color. But see, you can see here, see, I don't like how it's created that ridge in coloring. So I'm just going to get rid of that because I don't really like that. So again, you try again. Like I said, the spot healing tool or the healing brush is not my favorite. So that's something to think about as well. When it comes up to these bigger bits here, see, I'm not all that fussed, because you can see kind of she's got a little bit of a tash going on here. I'm not all that fussed about keeping that. Some people they might care about that kind of texture in baby skin or whatever, and it doesn't bother me. I'd rather that her face looked smooth. Again, using the spot healing brush here, and at the moment it's doing an all right job. It's okay. It's only when it starts to create ridges that I go, actually I'm done using it. So again, I'm just sampling the area with the Option key, and just pulling in, area, the area that's near. See that one there? You can see the big difference. So it's just a matter of, testing and trying out what works for you. Like I've said, I've been using the healing brush, and so far it's doing an okay job. Yeah, so you don't look. So I'm just going to show you the clone tool now. This is hit the S key. It's also just underneath the healing brushes. So I'm using the clone tool. This just samples the area that you're selecting from. My opacity is pretty low. That's what I usually do. I try to keep the opacity fairly low. Because you don't want your person to look plastic. That's the biggest thing. Now, I'm going to create a new layer for this, actually. So this other layer I'm going to call my healing brush layer. And this layer is going to be my cloning tool. So, like I'm just kind of getting rid of some of the smaller pieces that I didn't want to use the healing brush on, and the patch tool. I find the patch tool is best for under eyes. I feel like it does a better job of that more than anything else. Again, this is all personal opinion. So I'm just doing kind of a whatever job. You can kind of see I'm sort of sampling from wherever, I'm just going here and there. So we want the clone layer, we want the clone layer under the healing brush because we've already edited with the healing brush. So the clone layer is just so you can see the very subtle differences here. There's it from the beginning. There's the healing brush layer. Great. Now I'm going to combine these two. That's just Command or yeah, that's Command and E to combine them. Now, If I wanted, I could make it incredibly smooth. I could, you know, really go to town on it, but I still want it, you know, I still want her to look like a baby. You know, I don't want her to look like a plastic doll that I picked up, you know, at the toy store. Again, I'm just using, and you see how I got really close up. That's really good for like big, chunkier things. If I'm just trying to smooth it all out, then it's better to stay a little bit farther back and have a bigger brush. Otherwise, it looks really patchy. So again, I'm not doing like an intense job here. This is just very subtle. You know, a couple bits here, and there you go. So you can see the huge difference that it's made just in getting rid of some of those, you know, little baby pieces that aren't necessary, and but without making her look like, you know, she's on Botox. So there you go, non-destructive, you know, getting rid of distracting elements. Thanks so much. Bye.